folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10. Their own 26-yard line.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively.
Picked off by Deion Henry. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, you look at this defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer.
Now Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Ready.
McCaffrey. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Again, McCaffrey. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. His 5th touchdown on the ground, number 8 overall. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Don't jump, Rick. Angel, angel, angel. Turn on, turn. 11, 11, 11.
Chase, the motion man right.
Right.
Fields. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You
The
had
tuck
the
roll.
didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, where they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
319, can I say that? Hey, can.
Now it's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everybody...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here we go, Scott. Go.
And they'll begin by running the option. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
It's now 2nd and
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Easy. Here we go, son.
From the gun, here's Fields. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
Here we go, son. 5:51, go.
Back to throw, Fields. To the right side and complete to Washington. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic? And
he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Matthew Golden hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ready, 2nd down and 3.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther. Bring it.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
70 Timberwolves. Here we go. Hey, check that.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 Lions. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, ready.
From the shotgun, Sanders. Finds Pickens out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Cougar 19. Come on, come on. Set. Cougar 19. 19, Tiger 19. Roll, roll, roll. Check go.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Street, street.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 34. Bates' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. Now Fields. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. McCaffrey running up the middle. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at him. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Sanders to throw.
And it is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60, set.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Fights through and now a crease. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing, Sanders. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
19
Well
Tiger,
done.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Go.
Here's Sanders.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
70 Timberwolves. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown. Mark Andrews from 4 yards out. And the Eagles take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. Put a big-time drive in that situation.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Jalen Phillips. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap, Fields. Drops it underneath for Tootin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Fields going to move them around. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. He'll try and do this himself. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Fields now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, son. Green 19, good luck.
Here's Fields. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Here's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go. Green 19, got the butt.
Again, Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 13 yards out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Visitors 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point splits the a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Cowboy 80.
From the gun, it's Sanders. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. They run again with Hunt. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
19, 5, Cougar 19. Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Back to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hurt.
A carry here for Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Let's go now. Panther 60, 19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Steady.
He's back to throw. Pass hauled in by Johnston. Well, they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Let's go. 18 card, go.
They'll run with Hunt. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here now, 2nd and goal.
70. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check, check. Ready.
They'll run it here. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Okay, break.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Ready. 1918. Ready.
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
Come on, come on. Hey. Gravity Lions.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand.
Don't jump. Ready?
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for our visitors, they improved their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they drop a potentially costly one as they fall to 10-6 with 1 game still to play. And they will look to turn it around next time out. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.